The Namibian government, under the leadership of Geingob, is determined to boost development in the country and uplift the living standards of every citizen. Many changes have been seen since he stepped into office, including the new performance agreement system. The Institute for Public Policy Research conducted research to gauge to what extent the government has been willing to maintain openness, transparency, and accountability.
This is a good system, but only if we actually know what's in these contracts. And as it stands, we know these contracts exist, but none of the details are clear. So there might be a variety of consequences, but none of them are available to the public, which is a shame because it kind of undermines the whole system. The idea is to have accountability and to make sure that our elected officials do their work. But if we don't know what the targets are or what the consequences are, we can't check at the end of the year or at the end of 2 years whether people have actually performed the way they should have.
The president declared that there will be consequences for ministers that fail to achieve targets. The Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture has already shown poor performance after last week's grade 12 results that were not satisfactory.
Yeah, so with the grade 12 results, I think it might be fair to give the minister a bit more time because she's only been in the office for about a year now. And obviously these problems started way before this year. They weren't all A students and then they came into 12th grade and failed. So what the performance review hopefully will show is that in other areas further back, earlier in childhood, that we've made progress there so that in future years this won't happen again. But again, we don't know what's actually in the performance contract, so we can't know if there are other targets that plan to prevent this in the future.
Hage Geingob is the first Namibian president to introduce such a system in the political arena. It still remains to be seen as to what the consequences will be for those that perform poorly. Reporting for the News on One, I'm Joseph Sheefeni.